everyone, I'm Melissa here and welcome to your Melissa Moment. Hello everyone, Melissa here. Welcome to your Melissa Moment and welcome to Wellness Wednesday. Today I'm going to be giving you an update on my kickboxing. If you're new, hi, welcome. I did a kickboxing. I signed up for kickboxing. There was a 6-week transformation, as well as, you know, they offer other memberships and things like that. So I signed up for 4 months of kickboxing, and I got the 6-week transformation for free, basically. So basically 6 weeks of kickboxing, you have to go 3 times for 6 weeks, and they also give you a nutrition plan to follow, and you have to, every week you have to weigh in, and at the end of 6 weeks, if you have lost 25 pounds, or I think it was 6% body fat, you are entitled to your money back. If you don't, you just don't get your money back, basically. So I knew for a fact that I wasn't going to lose probably any weight, and I definitely wasn't going to lose 6% body fat, because that's actually quite a bit to lose in 6 weeks. My body's just frustrating. I don't lose weight like most people do, and the scale does not reflect that at all. So I also am a little, okay, good and bad things about the kickboxing, okay? I'm a little frustrated because they only measure the scale. That's the only measurement they use. There's so much more to losing weight and getting healthy and getting stronger than the number on the scale. There's so much more to that. That's hard for some people to understand, and even myself, I struggle with that all the time. But there's so many other things. So I personally took my measurements before the 6 weeks started and at the end of the 6 weeks. They don't do that. They literally only use the scale measurement. So I have my measurements. I will share them with you here in a little bit. The kickboxing itself, I have gone back and forth on this, and I have changed my mind numerous times. My first class I liked, then I didn't like it, then I did like it, then I didn't like it, then I decided I'm not going to be like getting another membership. I'm done. Once this membership's over, I'm done. I don't like it at all. And then the last week, I really like it. So it's been a love-hate relationship. Now, they do make you feel really welcomed. They make a point of knowing every single person's name, which is, number one, it makes you feel great, but it's a business tactic. This is what they do. This is a very well-run business, and the people who work there are trained really well in how to make you feel like you belong and like you're part of a family, and you know how to get you to get those memberships. Like, they're trained really well. Now, I'm not saying that they're not 100% genuine. Some of the instructors I think probably are, some of them probably aren't, you know, that kind of thing. There are lots of instructors according to the website. I think the kickboxing, there's only one place here in Saskatoon, and I think they have like 10 different instructors. Now, in my 6 weeks of going, I think I had 5 different instructors. Some of the instructors I like better than others. You know, I mean, which is going to be that way with anything. But there were some I liked better than others. I like that you can, before you go, you have to book your time. So they have lots of different times available. So that's one nice thing. You book your time, and then you actually get to pick your bag or, your boxing bag because they have it laid out. So I have a favorite bag. It's bag number 1. It's in the back in the corner. It's by the window. That's my favorite spot. There's been a few times I haven't been able to get that spot because I booked later than someone else who chose it, and that's kind of frustrating, but that's, on me for not booking it early enough or whatever. The more you go, you do see a lot of regulars. There's a lot of people that go a lot. Like, some people go every single day. Some people go twice a day. It's a little ridiculous. So, I like bag number 1. Usually the girl on bag 2 is always the same person. So we've started talking, she's really nice, that kind of thing. We kind of cheer each other on and that kind of thing as well. So there's a lot of aspects I like about it. The kickboxing itself, I have realized I love the boxing part of it, not so much the kicking. I don't know, you just get used to, right? I like the boxing. The kicking, not so much. I do like the fact that it's a real intense workout. Like, I'm sweating. My heart rate is up there where it should be. It's a great workout in that respect. A lot of the warm-up exercises, they have modifications if you can't do them, which is really nice. They're all really friendly there. They do celebrate milestones and goals. Like, every time someone hits their first 25 classes, they give a big shout out to them. They get a certificate that says, hey, you hit 25 classes. I think it goes like 25 classes, 50 classes, 100 classes. Like, it goes all the way up. And then once you hit certain points, like I think once you hit 100 classes, you get like orange hand wraps for free. If it's your birthday, and you go on your birthday, they give you like a card and a $25 gift certificate for their kind of merchandise. So, I mean, they do offer things like that all the time. They also have theme days. Like, in March, they did a St. Patrick's theme day. If you dress up wearing green, your name gets entered into a draw. And it's not just like a draw for the month of March. It's literally every single class. If you dress up, your name gets entered into a draw, and at the end of class, they will draw names and you will win things. They gave away like a beanie and a bag, like a I Love Kickboxing bag. So they gave away, merchandise and things like that, which is nice. They do things like that all the time. I think in April, they're doing like a Coachella. So basically, you dress up as if you're going to Coachella and you do your kickboxing. And again, they're doing like a special thing, like they have music and like it. They do a lot of cool things. They also do different challenges. For the month of March, you could sign up to do the squat challenge, and every day they tell you how many squats you're supposed to do. For the month of April, it's an ab challenge, so you can sign up, and if you sign up and you do the challenge again, you're entered in for a draw. Like, they're always doing something, which is really nice. So there's a lot of things I love about it. Yeah, there's a lot of things I love about it. For myself, I have noticed, because I also do weight training. Weight training and kickboxing and together is too much for me. I have entered the overtraining category. I'm tired. My muscles hurt all the time. I'm not giving my body enough time to recover. So that's another reason that I need to slow down on exercising too much. Now, part of this joining kickboxing was an experiment because I had plateaued on my weight loss. And I thought maybe I'm just not getting enough cardio, because when I do my weight training, I work out for an hour 3 times a week, but it's what I would call It's not high intense workout. There is some cardio in there, but it's not like I don't leave sweating. I don't leave sweating. It's weight training, right? It's a different type of exercise. So I thought maybe by increasing my cardio, kickboxing, it would help me get over that plateau and lose more weight. So that was my theory. That's kind of what I was testing to see. So I'm like, I'm going to work my butt off for those 6 weeks and see if that helps me lose the weight. It didn't. It did not. Let me share with you what happens. So I was expecting the weight on the scale to go down. It actually went up. I gained weight. Now, there's so many different factors that could explain the weight gain. I'm not talking a ton of weight gain. I'm not talking a ton, okay? In 6 weeks, let me find it here. I gained 4.2 pounds, okay, in 6 weeks. Why is that? Well, it could be water weight. It could be stress. It could be hormonal, dealing with women and periods and things like that. It could be hormonal. It could be that I'm gaining muscle and lean mass, and that's why the scale's going up. The bottom line is we're not going to know. I'm never going to know why the scale went up in 6 weeks. This is another thing that I hate, because when you join anything that's like a 6-week program and they're like monitoring your weight, every time you gain weight, when you do your weigh-ins, they always have that, so how's the nutrition going? It's like, you're obviously not doing what we told you to because you're gaining weight. You're obviously eating things you shouldn't because you're gaining weight. They give you that just accusatory look, and it drives me nuts. Have I followed the plan 100% to the letter? No. Have I improved my eating drastically? Yes. Do I still treat myself once a week? Yes. Like, all in moderation. You know what I mean? I'm juggling a lot of different things with this weight loss, and I'm trying to find the right combination for me. And it's been a journey, and I'm still on it because I still haven't found the right combination yet. But overtraining is a real thing, and I'm pretty sure that's where I currently am at. So the 6 weeks is now over. I'm currently on vacation. So while on vacation, I am going to be continuing my weight training while I'm on vacation, but I will not be doing kickboxing. My weight training, my new class starts here in April, and I will be continuing with the weight training 3 times a week. I will do that until June. And then in the summer, they usually do drop-in weight training. So I'll still be doing weight training probably 3 times a week throughout the summer. Once we start into fall, my plan is to actually join the gym where I do my weight training. So I'll still be weight training 3 times a week, but then another 2 to 3 times a week, I will be going into the gym and doing some more training in there, being very careful not to overtrain, but just doing some basic things, just to kind of, progress a little bit. That's kind of the plan. Now, let's get into my measurements. Now, I'm going to go through all of them. You guys probably, hang on, I got to stretch. You guys probably aren't going to really care what my measurements are, but I'm going to, yes, this is a cheeseburger. I know, isn't he cute? It's my husband's. My daughter gave that to him for Father's Day. Okay, so let me get comfortable here, and let me bring you closer. Hello. Okay, let me, because I'm just, I'm lazy. Okay, so let's talk. Another thing, the scale I have at home and the scale at kickboxing is very different. So I'm going to go off of the kickboxing scale for these specific weights, okay? Now, according to them, when I started on March 31st, my weight was 202.8 pounds. And then at the end of 6 weeks, I had gained 4.2 pounds. So I was, what is that? 206 point something like that, according to them. Now, my home scale doesn't have me at 206 pounds. Today, it had me at 202 pounds, which is about where I was when I started 6 weeks ago. So, give or take, right? My body fat percentage as well also didn't really change. My body fat percentage is sitting at around 44.4%. Again, according to their scale. How accurate that actually is, I have no idea. Okay. The measurements I do myself. Now, some of these measurements may seem weird, but these are just the measurements I chose to do. Okay. Oh, sorry. Hang on. The weight I gave you was 202.8. That was wrong. When I started kickboxing, let's go back. Sorry. I started my first kickboxing class on February 21st. I gave you the wrong date completely. February 21st is when I started. My weight at that time was 198.6. Okay, that's where I started. When I ended was March 31st. There we go. And my ending weight was 202.8. That makes more sense. So according to them, I gained 4.2 pounds. Okay, that's according to them. I don't know. Like I said, today my scale says 202. I don't know. Okay, body fat though, still around 44.4. That's kind of where we're at. So the first measurement that I take is my neck. Okay. I started at 12 inches. After 6 weeks, my neck was 11.5. So I lost half an inch off my neck. Okay. Upper chest, that's where I measure literally right under the armpits. So right up here, right under the armpits, this part here of my chest is the measurements. When I started, it was 37 inches. And at the end of 6 weeks, 36. So I lost an inch off my upper chest. My chest, so the biggest part right around my boobs, okay, that's what I consider my chest. When I started, that was 41.5. And when I ended, I was 40.5. So again, I lost an inch off my chest. My lower chest, this is right under my boobs, right where kind of your bra strap goes, like directly underneath them. That was 33 inches when I started, and it was 33 inches at the end of 6 weeks. So that didn't change at all. My waist, I measure right around where my belly button is. That's what I consider my waist. When I started, it was 40.5 inches. And after 6 weeks, 39.5. So I lost another inch off my waist. My hips. This one was interesting. So the hips is kind of like the largest part, like around my butt, the largest part. That's what I kind of consider my hips. When I started, I was 44 inches. And at the end, I was 42.5. So what is that? 1.5 inches off my hips. Okay. My biceps, these measurements are impossible for me because I have got loose skin, okay? So trigger warning, anyone who doesn't like seeing loose skin or is grossed out by it, stop looking, okay? Because I'm going to show you my loose skin, okay? Here's my bicep. You can see all of this loose skin here, okay? So when I go to measure, you have all this loose skin. So do you pull the measuring tape super tight or do you not? Like, how do you know what to measure there? Look, you can look, I'm starting to get a little muscle definition here. Can you see that when I flex? There's a little bit. So all this loose skin is a problem for when I measure. So I measured it loose and tight because it's just impossible. Long story short, my bicep measurement didn't change at all. Okay. I'm going to give you the tight measurement. When I pull the measuring tape super tight, it's 13 inches on either bicep, and that's what it was at the end of 6 weeks. My calves, here's something interesting. My calves actually got bigger. I don't know, guys. My calves got bigger. When I started, my right calf was 15.5 inches. It was 16 inches at the end. My left calf, 15.25 inches. It was 16 inches at the end. Now again, measuring, is it possible that I put the measuring tape in a slightly different spot on my calf, which resulted in a different number? Yeah, it's possible. I don't know. I can't explain it. But my calves went up, okay? Then I did my thighs. When I started, my right thigh was 24 inches. When I ended, it was 23. So I lost an inch off my thigh, my right thigh. Left thigh, 24.5 inches when I started, 23 when I ended. So again, I lost another 1.5 inches off that thigh. Now, same issue with the biceps. I have extra skin on the thighs as well. So that's me pulling the measuring tape tight. Okay? Now, overall, I lost 6.25 inches off my whole body in 6 weeks. My weight went up. A couple measurements went up, but I lost 6.25 inches. Now, was that from the kickboxing? I don't know, because don't forget, I have also been doing strength training at the same time as the kickboxing. So, was it from the kickboxing? Was it from the strength training? Was it a combination? I have no idea. And I'll probably never know. So I'm not happy that the weight's gone up. I'm not happy that a few of my measurements have gone up, but overall losing another 6.25 inches is great. I could tell my clothes were feeling looser in some areas, and like my pants were fitting a little differently. So I definitely could tell something was happening, which was great. So that's kind of the kickboxing update. I don't know for sure if this inches lost is from the kickboxing or not. I have seen other people with tremendous results from kickboxing. Their before and after photos, you can really tell they have lost a ton of weight, a ton of inches. It's working for them, and that's fantastic. But I think this just goes to show you that if you try something and it doesn't work, try not to get discouraged. Maybe that's just not the right thing for you. Try to find something else, because the kickboxing, with the amount I was sweating in these classes and the amount of training I was doing and the amount of effort I was putting in, I'll be honest, I was expecting to see some pretty amazing results at the end of the 6 weeks, and I do not see them. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad that I'm down 6¼ inches, absolutely, but that's not enough for me to actually see it. It's not that visible because it's over my entire body. So, you know, an inch here, half an inch there, it's hard to actually see it. So I'm still trusting in the process. And hopefully one day I'll see it. But that's kind of where we're at. So just to recap, 6 weeks kickboxing is done. Currently on vacation for 3 weeks. When I get back, I will be continuing my kickboxing. I don't know if I'm going to be doing it 3 times a week or if I might go down to once or twice a week just so I don't overtrain. And then when my kickboxing contract is done in June, I will not be signing up again, at least not at this point in my life. So that is it for your Wellness Wednesday updates. Let me know, do you guys kickbox? Have you tried it? Did you have great results? Did you not have great results? I would love to hear your experience. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.